We all used to have these imaginations and they would run wild. What about this? What if this happened? What if that happened? And then somewhere along the way, we got stuck and we began to sabotage everything because that is impossible, we say. But it's actually not. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shantia. In this corner of YouTube, this is where I talk about things such as manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, self-help, crystals, things of that nature. This is a safe space for those topics. If that's something that you're interested in, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into the topic. There are a lot of situations that requires for you to plan ahead, such as trips, birthday parties, going to a wedding. These sort of events would require you to plan out what you're going to need to do and the things that you're going to need to take with you. If you're traveling, how many bags do you need? What are the necessities? Are they going to fit? Are there any new things that you need to go out and buy? Do you need to get travel-sized items? If you are the perfect planner, good. That would fit in these situations. But if you're trying to manifest something, you're doing it all wrong. When you're trying to manifest, the less detailed you are, the more likely you are to manifest. What you need to do is just have the end goal in mind and start focusing more on the feeling and less of the details. For example, if you are trying to travel, but if you don't have the time or the funds to travel and you're trying to manifest traveling, stop trying to figure out a way of how you're going to make this happen. Just know that it will happen. For example, you're trying to manifest the $4,500 that it's going to take to actually go onto this trip. Don't focus on the finances and how you're actually going to pay for the trip. Maybe the trip will be gifted to you. See, a lot of people go down this downward spiral of how they're actually going to get it. If you're planning a trip and you don't have the finances nor the time to go on this trip, you're going to start thinking, okay, how am I going to get the $4,500 for this trip? All right, I'm going to have to do this, but what if that doesn't work out? What if I don't get this? What if I don't have the time to do that? You're trying to plan with these limited possibilities that you can think of when there are so many more. There are endless possibilities of how this could come about. Maybe the trip is currently $4,500, but for some reason the price of the hotel that you're wanting to stay in is lowered. The ticket cost becomes cheaper, or your boss sends you on this trip and it's an all expense paid trip through your job. And that's just a few scenarios. See, our minds are limited because of what we can see. So if you're in a situation, you're thinking, okay, how can I get out of this situation with the resources that I already have? Not knowing that more resources can be provided to you. You just have to be open to receiving these resources. So focus on the feeling. How would you feel should this be granted? You're after something, right? So if you're after traveling and taking a trip, you're wanting what? Some time to yourself, some peace and quiet. Maybe you want to go try out some new cuisines, get to know the locals. So then what if a traveling opportunity came open for a different destination for you that would still provide you with the things that you're asking for? It's not necessarily the specific trip that you asked for, but it is a trip and it's going to provide you all of the feelings that you asked for. A great way for you to stop being so detailed is to go back to that imagination that you used to have. We all used to have these imaginations and they would run wild when we were kids. What about this? What if this happened? What if that happened? And then somewhere along the way, we got stuck and we became Debbie Downers and we began to sabotage everything because how exactly could this happen? Why would that happen? That is impossible, we say. But it's actually not. What you're asking for happens to people every day. It is possible and it happens in so many different ways. There isn't just one way for you to require something. When you're manifesting an end goal. Drop your pen and papers. Stop it and begin feeling. Stop the planning and begin your feeling. So here's what you'll do. Think about what you want, how it is that it will make you feel. Now know that it is possible, and there are so many different ways for it to come to you. And lastly, I encourage you to focus on one thing that you're trying to manifest and get that fuzzy feeling inside of relief, of happiness, of excitement, of joy. Tell it to the universe and then just let it go. I would love to know if you've experienced your detailed planning behavior to get in the way of your manifestations, and if there's anything that you have done in order to get out of your habit of being an over planner. Please comment down below. I look forward to chatting with you all in the comments. It also boosts my video in the algorithm. Also, like this video if you learned something. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.